Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, the Nasdaq is ripping crazy, so it's the ES. So market going up really high today, and yeah, man, it looks like it's gonna be a really good day out there. So I've done a little bit of trading for about 20 minutes in my Thinkorswim simulator, and I also did a brand new reset in Elite Trader Funding. I am just starting on that. I've only taken 2 trades, one of them a winner, one of them a loser. The one that was a winner was pretty small, and the loser was a little bit larger. So we're currently negative on the day on that slightly. Not too bad, but I definitely want to be extremely careful. I want to go slow so that I can, just very much take your time. I definitely missed some opportunities in there, but let's go ahead and jump into the charts. I definitely missed, like I said, some opportunities in in uh, in the ES earlier today. I was really considering taking this candle, and I actually didn't take a trade through this candle, and I could have got in right around here for a bounce off the 9 off of that very evident flag there. We're currently getting some pullback in this, which I think is good because we're actually pretty extended on the ES. So we were way up here, and you can see that it's like a $20 gap. It's not too much extension, but it was enough because we had come from all the way back here where we had this one move up through the VWAP, and then another move, so that's 2, and then a third, and then we were up here at the top. And like I've said in the past, after 3 moves or so, I try not to really trade it, even though I did take a trade in here on my evaluation, unfortunately, and that was our loser, and we had a winner on I think this candle here. The winner that we had taken, the reason why it was kind of smaller, I had forgotten to change my my thing to a larger tick size of what we're going after. So we only took 1 tick. Wasn't enough to make much of a difference, and our loser was kind of a larger one. So we are currently down $167.44 in our evaluation that we just started. So not a great start on it, but like I said, I'm just going to go extremely slow, and we'll do our best from there. As far as the Thinkorswim simulator goes, we're up $800 on the day currently, so we're doing just fine there. I think we only took 1 loss here, maybe 2. Anyway, so that's where we're at today. You see, near the open, about an hour before the open, the ES was just dumping. I mean, it dumped down here so huge. Found lows down here around that 4100 mark, and it's really retraced all that. And let's go ahead and assess this way. I want to take a look at, so this high was right around here, like around 4160. So this kind of brought back pretty much everything that it had lost on the day, and you can see it got pretty close to testing the highs, but not close enough. It's really got to break like 4165 or so in order for us to really just start running crazy. So yeah, so that's where we're at. We're getting a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern here. So we've got we had this run up, and now we've got kind of the head forming, and this looks like it might be the shoulders. So I wouldn't be surprised if we pull back to around the volume weighted average price. We already do have the crossover, the bearish crossover here. Right there, you can see it, where our bearish indicator, the 26 SMA, is crossing over the 9 and the 12 EMA, and then we've got the 9 on the downside with the 12 above the 9, and that is our indicator of bearish momentum downward. We may see some support here off the 50, which we're seeing right now, and we may see support off here off the 35, which we didn't really get. So now I'd be looking for the 50 to be support. If the 50 does show up as support, we may just consolidate through this area and then pop back up and continue running. If the 50 does not hold the support, then we may fall back down towards the volume and average price. I'm inclined to think that the 50 may hold a support, and that's simply because we got this 5200 crossover here. Probably one of the biggest bullish indicators that there is that I've seen in terms of momentum. But you can see right now we're still pushing downward. TCM is red, and yeah, we'll have to see and wait, like sit and wait kind of situation about going long or short, because right now I think we could have gone short in this area here, like right around when this crossover was about to happen or when it did happen. But as we're at right now, this could easily reverse back up. It could also easily reverse back down. So at this particular point in time, it's kind of a waiting game. So, hey, what's up, Papa Shot? Good to see you, man. Happy Friday. Make sure y'all like, sub, and do all that. Ring the bell for notifications. That stuff really does help support the channel. You'd actually be surprised at like how much that actually helps the channel grow. It's pretty crazy. It's like the more likes we get or the more engagement we get, the more YouTube recommends it to other people, which slowly helps the channel grow over time. So that's kind of where we're at, man. Started a new evaluation. I can't remember what number I'm on now. I think I'm on number 4 or number 5. It's quite a couple tries. I'm trying to go slow with that because I don't really just want to just like blast through money, like blast through my own cash, because we are using our own money in order to try and get funded in there. As you know, everyone pretty much is doing whenever they're trying those things. But it's not like we get, sponsored or anything by those companies that do those things. Although that'd be awesome. If anybody's out there, any evaluation companies, I'll happily try your evaluation with a sponsorship. Let's take a quick long here in the simulator. We got it. We're up 850 now. Okay, so it does look like we got some support off that 50. I was thinking that we would, just because we had that 5200 cross. So like I said, I think this is going to be consolidation through this area here on this pullback. And I think that we may get this 1226 crossover again and then continue to run up and test highs. Waiting for a micro pullback in this candle. I didn't really get it, but it's continuing to push up. I was trying to get that exact thing right there. I was trying to get like right in that zone for that little pop up. I just didn't get it. I wasn't fast enough, so to speak. Gonna flat that. Bit of a loss on that one. Still up 675 on the day. On that, I was really trying to get like this type of pullback like right here and then the pop up off of it, which the candle very clearly did, but I just didn't enter at the right spot. Made 50 back on that one. So gonna jump to the evaluation now. See if there's an op here. Going for like a 2-tick. Much time is left on this candle? 10 seconds. I'll wait to around the next candle. 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. New candle. So I'm glad I waited, because the next candle ended up being red. And I was considering going long here. We are getting that possible crossover that I thought that we might get. Took a long in the simulator. And we got that up 50, more than that. So that's probably where I should have taken that entry point. Try and take an entry here. Missed it. Exiting. New candle. Opening red. Doji on it. Pull back. Taking along in the simulator right there. Doesn't look like we're getting it yet. It's pulling back too far. I'm going to flat that. Another L on that one. That actually was kind of a larger L, so that put us back at 650. So our peak of the day is 800. And that's actually a pretty violent pullback. Look at that. I'm glad I wasn't that in the combine. I'm really grateful I didn't take that in the evaluation. Looks like we're getting I'm gonna guess a retest of the 50. Went short there. I think we're gonna see a push down to the 50, although it is holding, and not what I expected. So I might flat this, but I might hold. I'm undecided at the moment. How much time we got? We got 30 seconds on this candle. Candle's still currently red. Failed the crossover attempt, and so that having seen this this kind of push downward gives me a little bit more indication that it's going to go downward. But it's also, you can see bouncing off the 35, and by bouncing off the 35, I mean that that could act as support. So and I actually think that it looks like it's going to. I'm going to flat that. Lost another 150 on that one. Still up 525 on the day. Again, it absolutely could be better, but our peak was 800, and we've come down quite a bit. That was such a violent rejection there of that 26. Went long here, and it looks like it's honestly turning around on the TTM. Like, it looks like it's actually gonna go bullish again, but it's not there yet. Did the music stop? What's up with that? Let's get this music going again. That's weird. I don't know why that stopped. Oh, really? Oh, it's like from one album or something. I'm just gonna click this. Then I'm gonna go and throw my my playlist on. Let me find it though. Save it. There we go. All right, let's jump back to the trading. Okay. All right, so we did continue to push down. It does look like we broke below that 35, and it looks like that that original short would have worked out. But c'est la vie. Easy come, easy go, and all that good stuff. Almost like moving within a channel now. But this was, you can see this sort of like head and shoulders pattern here. But it did kind of, like I said, it bounced up that 50, and the 50 still moving upward. Just pulling back out here, just kind of visually seeing it at a further distance, and not being so, close in. The 50 is kind of still moving up. So, we do sort of have still bullish momentum. The TTM is turning around. I think that a trend reversal on this to the upside is very possible. And I actually think that we will get it sometime in the next 20 minutes or so. Hopefully faster, but, just taking a look at the 5-minute chart. So for the 5-minute chart, I think a 5-minute candle to break a new high, which is essentially this 4150 area or 4147. A break over that would show bullish momentum, and then then the next test would be up here at this 200 moving average. So I think that would be probably the area that we're looking for on the 5. Although on the 5, you can see the TTM is cooling off. Again, there's a video on the TTM. It's actually one of our most watched videos on this channel. It is the most watched video on this channel, actually. And a lot of people seem to get a lot of value out of it. If you haven't checked out the TTM squeeze video and watched how I actually use this indicator to judge bullish and bearish momentum, it's incredibly accurate on stocks. It's pretty accurate on futures. It's more accurate on stocks. But you guys should check out that video if you want to learn about the TTM squeeze indicator. It's probably one of the most powerful indicators. Changed my entire trading. I discovered it about a year and a half ago, and it dramatically increased my accuracy. I went from being around 65 to 70% accurate up to 75 to 80% accurate. So it increased my accuracy almost 10 to 50%. It's just getting to know that indicator was huge for me. So if y'all want to learn how to use it and how you can apply it to your own trading, check out that video. Okay, the TTM is almost flipped to the upside. We've got that possible crossover test again. Going long here for that crossover test, but I think I actually felt a little too high, but I don't think it's gonna be too bad because I actually think that we will get this crossover now at this point. We almost got the ABCD pattern happening. Let me pull out just a little bit here. Yeah, you can kind of see there's like the A, the B, the C, or the A, B, C, and then now it's time, as they say, to ride the D. And we try to keep it clean here, but we'll start out with some fun. Okay, so we are getting a push, what looks like to the upside. I'm gonna go long right here on the evaluation. Pray for me. Want to see some buyer volume come in. Tapped our sell order.
Order filled.
Whew, my heart is pounding. Okay, so that was 2 ticks on that one, which is great. That's what we're looking to do in the evaluation, is basically 2 ticks at a time. 2 ticks on the evaluation is, so 1628 for 2 contracts times 2 is $32.56 in positive. So it's definitely quite a bit different than what we get, out of the simulator. What I say, 32 something, 32.56. So in the simulator, it's a difference of $17.44. It's pretty huge, actually, when you think about it in terms of your profitability. Just in the amount of difference in the fees. So just because there are no fees in the simulator, wow. Rejected that crossover there, and then now it's coming back. That was a L there on the sim. But we are getting the CTM stacking up. I do think that this crossover is going to happen. It's like right next to it. I'm going to go long again, because I do think this crossover is actually going to happen. I'm actually going to bump this up to like 5 ticks. I hope I'm not in the situation where it's like too much faith in indicators at the moment, because we did get quite the pullback there. I want to zoom into this and just see, like, we're like right on the cusp of this crossover, and we've got TTM support here, and we're bouncing off this 35. We've got every reason to push up, and it's just getting bogged down at the moment. Uh, we had enough consolidation. There's, like I said, there's every reason to push up, and it's not happening. Not only is it not happening, but when I was adjusting the chart, that trade went against me pretty heavily. I still happen to be in it because it did pull back up quite a bit, but we're down 175 in that trade, and yeah, I just got to cut it. I felt like that was going to drop, and I should have just did it earlier. Gave back most of our profit on the day, or at least in the sim. Gratefully, this was not that drop. There was not in the combine. Getting another retest here of this 50 EMA. If this holds, then again another chance at bullish action. But yeah, that should have broken out there, and that makes me a lot more skeptical on the bullish action aspect of things. So now this looks a lot more like a head and shoulders pattern. There's the head, here's the shoulder, or that's the head. Sorry, that's shoulder, and this almost looks like an extended shoulder, practically. And so that really should have broken out there, and because that didn't break out, I'm much more hesitant. And now, like you see, we broke below the 50, and now we're pushing down towards the 200. This looks like it could go bearish here very fast, if it's not already. Checking in with the chat. We just got Abashat. Thanks so much, homie. I appreciate you showing up here as much as you do, man. I really do. Tell your friends, dude. If you got friends who are into futures trading, just let them know. Hey, there's dude's out here. He's in the very, very beginning of his journey, and yeah, it's fun to watch him. All right, let's jump back into this. So, fun story. I was actually up for a lot of the night last night, and my wife and I we're just trying to bust through like cleaning and laundry and stuff. We got like kind of a big weekend coming up, so we're just trying to bust through as much of it as we possibly can. Not just laundry, but just like cleaning. We had to like clean the bathroom and all that type of stuff. And also like we've been trying to get my background up all week, but we've just been busy with other stuff. We actually picked up a bunch of the materials for the background, and it's like ready to go. And so we were like doing laundry all night, and we were like, dude, let's do that. Just why not? Let's just do that all night, and we'll just do laundry and we'll do your background. And we just ended up playing a bunch of Halo while we did the laundry. So the laundry got done, but man, try to go short there and we get the balance. Yeah, yikes. So a bunch of laundry got done, and I'm not sure if I ranked up or ranked down on Halo, but so we just both ended up playing a bunch of Halo and didn't do the background. And I think we're just both like kind of just tired, but I don't know. You just want like that chill work environment sometimes, you know. So. All right, mid 50 back. After this sort of violent pullback, we are getting a little bit of a retrace. Now the real clue is, does it break back above this 50? This 50 is like such one of the most important support and resistance levels, that EMA there, because I've just seen it like in several situations. I got filled a little bit late on that one. Not COS's fault. I clicked the button like half a second late. I know that some people trade with like a video game controller, where they basically just say like buy market, sell market, and they just have like an Xbox controller to do it. I think it's kind of weird, kind of interesting. That honestly seems like super hard to me. But you know, everybody's got their own style. I suppose that would make it be quite like a video game. And if you're just buying market and selling market, you really only need 2 buttons. Wow. we gave back basically all of our profit on the day throughout this this kind of indecisiveness area here. As it, I saw this kind of this movement towards the upside, and and the possible cross, and I was like, okay, well, 2 ticks off here, but like I said, we got filled kind of high, like near the top of this candle, honestly, and let's just bump this up 1 tick. All right, we got it. We're up 200 on the day now. So, okay, so we're up. Our peak of the day in the sim was 800. In the trading combine, we're down 126 on the day. We did come back some. We're down 167. We've only taken 3 trades in the evaluation. 2 winners and a loser. Our loser was kind of large, so that's no bueno. But yeah, we're just, like I said, we're gonna take it very slow, getting funded on that thing. I don't care if it takes a month, and we just go incredibly slow the whole time. I don't care. I'm just trying to make sure that we get funded. I don't want to. I'm hoping not to pay for any resets again. I really just want to actually acquire that funding. It really means a lot to me, and so going slow to go fast. That's the strat. Looks like we're getting a reversal here. Hopefully it's actually a real reversal this time. We're coming up on 8 o'clock, or I should say 11 o'clock market time. Normally we see, I've seen some quite a few reversals around that time. So we could get that reversal. We are getting a bounce at the 50, but this thing is pulling back like the pullbacks. It's always interesting to me. Somebody once said to me that going short is an elevator, going long is taking the stairs, and it's really true, because a lot of times you'll see the green candles just don't move that much on a lot of the time, and then you'll see the red candles, the pullbacks, and you'll see it just flush, and you're just like, what? It took 20 minutes for that to grind up, and then it took 1 minute, 2 minutes for it to just flush all the way back down. And that's always crazy to me, but it just makes sense, because I mean, what are technical indicators other than a group of people coming together and say we agree upon this movement? So it really is not much different than anything else these days, any days. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just saying that technical analysis works because people think it do, as my old friend John says over at Beginner Trading. So let's see here. Trying to decide what to do with this. I was really holding on whether or not we should flat it, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's clearly a little flag here on this play, and we do have a little bit of a U-shaped break, or a U-shaped pattern, I should say, not a break yet. So I think we'd be looking for just to break that candle. Let's take a look at the 5. Just want to make sure I'm keeping up with that. Sometimes I forget to check the 5, and that really does, the 5 makes a difference. We pulled back way more than I wanted to. For the 5, I think we need this candle to close green. We actually need a 5-minute break over this big red candle here. And what time is it? 10 seconds on this candle left. We're still quite a ways out on the 5-minute chart, though. Oops, don't need that. Still holding that trade just because we keep trading in we keep seeing this movement within this range. It's coming up and hitting this exact number here. Was that 41,400 or 4144? 41,400. Yeah, it's hitting 4138 or so, and it just keeps hitting that, and then like almost bouncing within this channel here. Made me think of brushing its teeth. And we're gonna flat that. We're officially red on the simulator on the day. Crazy, man. Definitely, I think I'm over trading. Obviously, if I took multiple trades, being up 800 and now being negative 50 on the day, it's not like you can't turn that around. I've done that several times. But I just think that like I need to wait for the actual break to happen now at this point, because I keep taking anticipated breakouts and they're failing. And that by the way is a major issue that I had when I was trading stocks. Like, and I still trade stocks, by the way. But when I trade stocks for the longest time, I was taking breakout anticipations. And the reason why I started taking breakout anticipations on futures to begin with, as opposed to like kind of why I stopped on stocks. On stocks, I stopped because the anticipation of a future breakout or anticipation of a breakout, a lot of times would do this exact thing that it's doing right here on the ES, where like be like, okay, I'm about to break out. I promise, we're gonna break out. We're gonna break out. We're gonna break out. Psych! And that was like a continued thing. Now on futures though, I've had the exact opposite effect. I've had like where the anticipation of the breakout actually works out a vast majority of the time from what I've seen. And I haven't been trading futures as long as I've been trading stocks. So stocks have a lot more experience with the actual movement of them, and I can base a lot of that movement based off their float and momentum and all of that type of stuff. I can take all those things into account and really just have almost an intuitive knowledge of how it's going to move. Futures is still new to me in that way. And like today, the ES is moving more like a stock than it does like futures. And normally, like for a lot of these things, it does move that way. But that's been one area of variance that I've seen between futures and stock trading. It's small, but it's there. And yeah, it's just been having like a lot of false breakouts today on this over this. Once this switched over from being bullish up there, we definitely did get that head and shoulders and worked our way down. And we're working closer and closer to the volume and average price. After this big pullback, I would probably expect like some green pushover here in a little bit whenever it's done, but not much. I think that our trend is reversing at this particular point in time, and we're going to ride it down to at least the volume and average price. Probably going to drop under it. If we do, then it'll probably ride out down there for a little bit. So that trend reversal that happened at 8 o'clock that we mentioned, that we were anticipating, it did happen. That was this big candle here right at 8 o'clock. It just went to the downside. So the reversal itself happened earlier, maybe about 20-30 minutes ago. And it was just a slow grind down. So, but this actual trend that seems to be forming, that almost seems to be happening right now on the downside. We did break again below the 50, and we may come up again for a retest of it, but I'm not trading this because it's basically choppy to me at this particular point in time, so I'm not trading right now. May get some of these shorts fill, so that might be a little move up. That green volume candle there is pretty large on that one. Look at that that large of a green candle. But I guess if we were to check in and trade against bulls versus bears, I mean, you can see that about 60-70% of it was buyers. The other 30% of us was sellers. I'm gonna take a quick short here in the sim. See if anything happens with that. And now we're getting that reversal that I just mentioned would probably happen. Man, what's going on? Oh, okay. Weird day, but it is Friday. So our peak of the day was up 800. And our current low of the day is where we're currently at, which is negative 175. And I tried to go short right here, and we ended up going green, and I just want this to pick a direction, because it just hasn't been picking a direction for a while. If we zoom out, like you can see, like, we obviously went super bearish around the open, around 6, and then right at like 6:30 or so, we switched to bullish and just charged all the way up, well past the view up, almost to the highs. And now we're getting that pullback, but this pullback is like so slow and so long, for it to pull back towards the view app. I mean, it's just like, it's almost difficult to see it as a trend. And then we're just getting these sort of like these buildups, these big dumps. So this is almost like stair stepping, practically. Just incredibly slow stair stepping, at least for how I think about it. Excuse me. We did get a bounce off of 200. This is not a strong support level that I've seen in the past, for the 200, so I wouldn't trust it necessarily. Hitting a short here. Got that, made back 50. Yeah, it looks like we're just a little bit of bounce off volume and average price, but I think we're going to break below it. Made back another 100 on that or so, or 75. No, 50. Made back 50 on that. Going short here, right under the VWAP. May get a bounce off of it. I hope not. I definitely got filled at like at the bottom of that candle, which would be great if it was a long situation where trying to go bullish, but trying to get 3 ticks out of this. I was thinking about like the more momentous move under the VWAP. Gonna just flat it right there and just take that profit. Just because I didn't know if it was just going to fill back up. At the VWAP, it's kind of like at a sketchy area, because it could just fill right back up and just bounce off the volume average price. VWAP can be a pretty strong. Actually, it is a really strong support and resistance level. So the VWAP is definitely something that we always pay attention to, because it's basically social sentiment. If you're above the volume and average price, you tend to be more bullish in movement, and if you're below the volume and average price, you tend to be more bearish in movement. So it's something that we pay attention to, because a lot of other traders pay attention to the VWAP. It's a really important place of support and resistance. So. And I'll take some more trades in the trading combine if I see something with like some reversal, some momentum that's a little bit more surefire. Excuse me. But I'm not just. I'm going to be very, very cautious in the trading evaluation. So I absolutely want to pass that thing, and I want to help anybody else pass it that I can along the way. So, okay, so we're back to positive on the day. Not by much, but hey, we're green. We're back in green. Our lowest, so our peak of the day was $800 in P&L, and our low of the day was negative 175. So, eek. Such a wide range. Definitely over trading. Definitely not protecting my risk as well as I could, or as well as I should. So those are areas that I must work on. I need to work on, okay, I made some profits. Now I need to sit back. Now I need to watch. Now I need to wait. I need to be more of like that sniper situation, as opposed to, I don't know, cannon fodder. Take it along here. got that 3 ticks, back up 100. I actually didn't mean for this to be on 3 ticks, so it was nice that we got out of it with 3 ticks, but I didn't mean for that. So up 100 on the day. Not taking any positions yet, waiting for this candle to pull back. You're gonna go long right there for looking for 2 ticks, which we did get. Now we're up 150. 5 seconds left in this candle. Gonna sit out until the next candle forms. Another attempt at a possible crossover. We've gotten so many rejections at this point, although this one may be stronger because bounced off the VWAP. We did get a complete head and shoulders pattern. It did complete the entire head and shoulders pattern here. So now that we've kind of come to the end of that head and shoulders, we may see the upward movement of it all. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait. I think that this, like, getting that crossover is going to be incredibly important for a lot of traders out there who utilize the 1226 crossover. By the way, if you guys want to see a video explaining just the 1226 crossover strategy by itself, or rather the entire crossover strategy as a whole, just let me know, and let me know what you would prefer. Whether you prefer it to be like specific for each, like one video per crossover, or whether or not you'd want to see one video that covers all of the crossovers. Okay, getting a pullback. That's why I didn't take that position. I think that something that actually kind of messes me up in the evaluation is that while I'm trading the simulator, I can pretty much like just go long, go short, and get in and out of the trades like that. And in the evaluation, I tend to hold my losers longer. Almost as if I like can't get in, can't get out. And the reason is because the loss feels more real to me. So it definitely like messes with my psychology. And it's that psychology, like trading is like 80% psychology, like 20% technical analysis. Like it really is, like it the psychological factors, like a mix of like courage and fear and like preparation. There's just a lot of emotion that goes through it when you're actually trading, like actually in a live trade. There we go. Got another 50 on that. Shorting the ES. When you're actually in that trade, like when I'm in, like when I'm trading in the simulator, like I don't get heart like I'm not like I don't get heart palpitations, but my heart doesn't beat as fast. And when I'm in the evaluation, when I'm in a trade and I'm waiting for it to pan out, like my heart beats like quickly. It's like do 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 while I'm waiting out that trade. So I think that contributes a little bit longer, like contributes to me holding my losers longer and longer than I should. I think it's just because like I don't want to take that loss, like one tick down and all of a sudden, like I'm down 25 or 2 ticks, $50, whatever. And then you have your fee on top of that. So one tick being that 25, you have that 872 fee on top of that. So you actually end up being down 33 and a half bucks. So, it makes a difference. It really does. To all that. Let's take a look at the NQ. I wonder what the NQ is doing. We've been on the ES for a while. Let's jump to the NQ. NQ has been falling down, almost following a very similar pattern. But the NQ is ripped quite a bit, like almost like 1,000 points from what it was like just a month ago. Pull that 20-day chart out. Wow, this is how much I've been doing technical analysis on that thing. Holy moly! And all these support and resistance levels actually like still exist. It's crazy. So I'm gonna just clean up this chart, just remove old drawings. see, remove drawing. Where's the remove old? Anyway, with the NQ, like on the 20-day, we actually got like this like long U-shaped pattern here, through when was this? What's the date? I only see times. Oh, there's the date up the top. Yeah, through like August 2nd, August 3rd, but man, over just the last like few days, like the NQ is like just ripped crazy. It looks like it's like coming back down now, over the long term. So NQ dropping, ES dropping. So a quick long on the NQ. I forgot to actually like set this up differently, so I only took 2 ticks. So we made $20 on the NQ. NQ moves differently. I usually take 10 ticks on the NQ. Down 200 on the NQ. I was expecting this to go short, which now it is, of course. Like, that's funny. Where are we at? 30 seconds on this candle. So it actually, like, had I just held it, it would have done what it was supposed to do, but I canceled it or flattened it out because it started ripping up. So, and on a pattern that easily could have ripped up. Yeah, I'm going to switch back to the ES, I think. Made the $100 back on that, but I'm going to switch back to the ES. I was trading like the NQ exclusively for like 2-3 months, and I got pretty decent at it. But I've just had far more like reliable results with the ES. And even though like a couple of times on the NQ I hit like over like 4K, but the ES I've just been able to like more consistently make profit. Look at that huge dump. We made 150 on that because we actually messed up our forgot to switch our text again. That's such a big dump, dude. All right, so we're definitely bearish now, in a bearish pattern on the ES. So the next thing really would be like, where is it going to find support, and how much bearish movement can we expect? So I think the push down to 41.25 is not out of the question. I mean, that's only $3 down. Of course, $3 would be a huge amount in terms of ticks. It'd be like 3 times 12.5, or sorry, it'd be 3 times 4 times 12.5. Oh my gosh. So we'll just say 12 times 12.5. So 150. So if you like a $300 to 2 contracts, 150 to 1 contract. But I think a move down to this area is not out of the question. We could get a push back up to the VWAP, but like to test the VWAP. But this is looking like it's just going to go bearish on the day. So streaming a little bit longer than we have for the last few days or so, and that's cool. We got a couple people here. If you guys haven't already, like and subscribe the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. We do all this for free, and that's just we're just trying to grow the channel, get people to know about us, and every time somebody likes the video, every time somebody comments on the video or talks in the chat, all that type of stuff. Any type of engagement you do with the video, or subscribe and ring the bell, that suggests it to other people, and that really helps us grow. Also, guys, the evaluation that we're doing is actually here in Elite Trader Funding. If you guys want to try to get funded in the futures market, highly recommend checking out Elite Trader Funding. One of the things I love the most about them is their customer service. I've been working with them now for about 3 months, and their customer service has been phenomenal. They're really transparent in the way that they operate. They just are one of the best companies I've seen out there. They allow you to keep 100% of your first $12,500 in profit, which is awesome. That's much higher than a lot of the other people. After that, it's an 80-20 profit split. So you keep 80% of the profit, they keep 20%, and they keep that 20% in order, for funding you. As far as the evaluations go, I have a lot of different options to choose from. One thing I like about them is that they do one-step evaluations, so you don't have to do an evaluation followed by another evaluation, which a lot of companies do. A lot of companies do 2 steps. It's just 1 step, and you can actually get funded all the way up to 300K on the very high end. But one of the ones I personally feel, there's 2 of them that I really like. One of the ones I personally feel is one of the best values is the 50K evaluation, because you have a max drawdown of $2,000. Your profit target's only $3,000, so it's not very much. You can actually take 8 contracts too, 8 minis and 80 micros. It's pretty huge, and 8 small. So if you don't know what those terms mean, I'm probably going to put out a glossary on futures trading, or something like that in the future, potentially, in order to just make it easier. But yeah, the one that I'm currently doing is the 100K static evaluation. This one's pretty dope. So with the static evaluation, you have that max drawdown of $625, but that max drawdown never changes. It's not a daily drawdown, so it doesn't move up with you. It's just a flat 625. So if you can move your way past it, you can actually earn your funding pretty easily, provided that you don't go below that. It is a $2,000 profit target, so a little bit lower. You guys can use promo code JSBEST, that's JSBEST, and you can use that to actually get a lifetime discount on the monthly here. And that discount actually will also help you just long term. It'll save you a lot of money on it. As of last, I think it was around 35%, but they said it's a variable coupon, so it'll just always be whatever the best price is off of it. They've also got the fast track evaluations. This is another option here. These are pretty dope. These ones you can get funded up to 250K. You can see they're significantly less expensive. The fast track ones, what's different about this is that you have to do it within a certain time frame. You have to do it within 2 weeks, and this one's you just go and you go fast. It's cheap, so it's really easy to get into. It's just, you can just get in here and do it for very inexpensive. So the fast track ones are kind of like the discounted version, in terms of saving that money on it. But these ones are really inexpensive. So this one, you got a max drawdown of $6,500, and it's only $150. So you do have to make 15K in this one, and this one's 6, and another one here is 2. So you do have to make a reasonable amount of money in these, but also at the same time, they're significantly less expensive. Plus, you can use that promo code and save even more money on it. So these ones are definitely dope. It's definitely one of the companies I really have enjoyed working with. I would highly recommend you guys check them out. They're a really good company in terms of customer service and everything else. So that's Elite Trader Funding. You can use promo code JSBEST on that. You can just check the link in the description, and it'll take you right there. Also, guys, too, you may want to check out Webull as well. If you guys sign up through the link in the description, if you're into trading stocks, options, or stock options or cryptocurrency, and I use Webull every day, then y'all can check it out there and actually get 6 free stocks when you sign up. But yeah, check the links in the description, guys. There's PayPal donation options, and also, you guys can join our email list as well. we're working on emailing every day. It's kind of a habit to try and pick up, so it can be kind of challenging sometimes. But yeah, we talk about stuff that we don't talk about anywhere else. So right now, that's sending out like links to the stream and a reminder of stuff. But also, in the past, I've done a lot of stuff in regards to explaining my thoughts and opinions and ideas on like entrepreneurship and just on personal development, kind of my thoughts on the universe. So if that's something that you're into, you know, I'll eventually start writing those soonish. And yeah, there's a lot of really cool content out there. In the past, in our previous businesses, we've actually helped a lot of people be able to earn six figures in their business for the very first time. So we got a lot of experience in that regard. So I just kind of, even though I don't offer coaching services anymore, I still just like to talk about stuff that just makes me think, Look for a quick long here for a bounce off that candle. Don't look like we're going to get it. We're actually getting the opposite. How much time? Yeah, I'm out. Okay, lost I think at 125 in that. Up 100 on the day. So, all right, y'all. So, weird day. Ended up 100, up 100. Our peak of the day was up $800 in the sim. We were up a little bit in the evaluation before taking in a trade that we went down quite a bit in. We're ending the evaluation down 126.16 today. We're going to go extremely slow on that evaluation. We're going to make sure that we're trying to take enough risk so that we can actually make profit, but not so much risk that we're not taking things off the table. I think that I really need to work on my risk reward ratios in regards to trading in the evaluation. It's different than trading in the simulator. In the simulator, there's like no emotion. I just cut it if it looks bad. If I lose, I lose. The evaluation has the financial aspect, the actual financial aspect of my own money attached to it, and so that creates an emotional tie to it, and that kind of messes with my psychology, I think, sometimes. So yeah, I need to make sure that I'm going incredibly slow on it, and I hope that you guys are too. That if you guys are doing an evaluation and you're following along, or you're doing an eval of your own, whatever the case may be, I hope that you're taking the time to go slow. These platforms are super dope in order to be able to offer people the opportunity to earn funding, but at the same time, it can get really expensive if you're not careful. So make sure that you're taking your time, going slow. Go slow to go fast, as I often say. In that process of going slow, the idea is not that you're going slow, but the idea rather is that you're taking your time and that you're putting forth discipline and patience with yourself, and just exercising patience overall. So what if it took you 2 months or 3 months in order to earn funding? If you were to actually able to earn that funding, then how would your life change? If you were able to actually have that funding be available to you, and be able to earn $400 or $500 or $600 in a day, how would your life change in that regard? So it's worth taking the time, the effort, and the energy to go slow. So quick long here. Looks like I was trying to do the exact same thing I was trying to do on this candle, which is basically just like a bounce off that candle. And just totally went against us just like that candle did. So I don't know what I was thinking there. Taking a short. Got that right back at 100. Up, down, up, down. So with all that said, guys, check out Elite Trader Funding. Check out all the links in the description. Use promo code JSBEST if you want to start your own evaluation. join the email newsletter. The PayPal donate button's there. If anybody wants to donate to the channel, we certainly appreciate that. And if y'all are into stocks, options, or cryptocurrency, check out Webull. Link is in the description. You'll actually get 6 free stocks when you sign up. So super dope program. Highly recommend them. With that, we're just at an hour exactly. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down for the day. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy weekend. I hope you guys take some time to rest, to relax, realign your bodies, align your mind, align your soul. Yeah, I'm giving you guys a big hug right now, right through the camera. One big hug, and have an amazing weekend, guys. We're going to go ahead and shut it down. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Please like, please subscribe, please ring the bell for notifications, and share with your friends. All right, trying to grow this channel here. Thank you so much, Abhishek. You as well. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday. Much love. Peace.